Welcome, my name is Ferdi. In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to install openfortivpn client on Kali Linux 2016. Let's open up a terminal and CD to the desktop. Next we're going to download openfortivpn source. And there it is. It has been downloaded to the desktop. The file is called master.zip. Let's unzip it. And CD to the openfortivpn master directory. Now we need to build and install openfortivpn client from the source. But before we can do this, we need to install some dependencies. The dependencies are listed in the README file. So let's get it out to the terminal. Where it is? There it is. Kali Linux is based on Debian, so we need to install gcc, automake, autoconf, and the libssl dev package. So let's do that. We use apt-get install for this. Yes, we want to continue. And it's downloading and installing the necessary dependencies. The next step is to build the openfortivpn client with a series of commands. Best is to copy paste these commands from the tutorial. Let's hit enter. Then we need to run the configure command with some options. Press enter. Then we run the make command. And finally we run sudo make install. And this should install the openfortivpn client on your system. We can test this by typing openfortivpn to the terminal, and usage instructions should appear, and they do. We need to run the openfortivpn client with a host, a port, a username and a password. But an easier way to initiate a connection to the virtual hacking labs is to edit the configure file. I'm going to demonstrate how to do this. Let's use nano openfortivpn and config. There it is, the config file. Here we need to enter a host. The host is included with your subscription email. It's usually vpn.virtualhackinglabs.com. I'm going to use a little different host for this tutorial. Here we need to specify a port. The port is 443. This should always be 443. Here we can enter the username and the password, which has been supplied with the subscription email. For testing purposes, I'm going to use user1 and user1 as username and password. Let's hit Ctrl X, press the Y and press enter. And now that we have specified the config file, we only need to type openfortivpn in the terminal to initiate the connection. Let's hit enter. Oh. Yeah, that's right. We also need to add a trusted certificate to the config file. So I'm going to copy this. This is the default certificate. This might look a little different for you, but this is the information that we need, the trusted certificate. Let's add it to the config file. Let's go back to nano config. We add a new line and we copy the trusted certificate file here. And and then we hit Control X again, Y, enter, and let's see if it's working now. open40vpn, enter, and there it is. We got an IP address, PPP0 is up, routes have been set. Let's start a new terminal session and test if the VPN connection is working. I have config. Here it is, we have an IP for the PPP0, clear. And let's see if we can use nmap on a lab host. And there it is, perfect, wonderful. Now I'm going to demonstrate you how to access the reset panel. This is where we can reset hosts to their original state. Let's remove these. The reset panel is available on 10.11.10.10 and the reset panel is available here. So here you can press this button to reset a specific host. Well, let's reset John. And there it is. Host 83 John has been reset. As you can see, everything is working. Do you have problems? You can always contact our support. If you contact our support because you cannot connect to the VPN network, please always include error messages and also include the route information. As you can see, there's a route to the VPN network here and here. This means we can access hosts on this subnet.